Well, good morning and welcome to the Father's Day edition here at Daryllorette Cafe. I'm your host, Darryllorette, as always. And as usual, I just came from the kitchen. I just fixed myself a bowl of oatmeal with a couple of chopped bananas. And this morning I have a cup of red tea. Now, man, let me tell you, it's been a rough couple of days, but so far so good. Anyway, I'm hungry now because I've been up for a while, so I'm going to have my breakfast, my oatmeal that is. And so feel free to join me and have your breakfast as well. All right, so how was your day yesterday? Actually, yesterday was Saturday, and it was kind of a pretty weird day. Well, at least the end of the day was a little weird. It got a little weird. But we'll maybe talk about that later. It's all a bit surreal right now. I'm still trying to process it in my head. Actually, not a lot interesting. Not a lot interesting happened to me yesterday. Does that sound right? Yesterday was a pretty ordinary day for a Saturday. Actually, it was rather ordinary, yeah. Saturday was rather ordinary. Well, I did have a weird encounter with a drunk guy on the bus. As I was getting up out of my seat in order to get off the bus, there was a line up, people trying to get off the bus, and as I got up to get off the bus, there was a drunk guy right there. I didn't know he was drunk. He probably shouldn't have been on the bus because he was that drunk that he was rather insulting to people. So I'm getting off the bus, and I'm assuming that this guy's going to let me get up and so I can get off the bus, but he won't. He just jumps in front of me and says, the hell with you, or something like that. It's like, it's like, you're not cutting in front of me, that sort of attitude. And it was like, he said something, and I said, pardon, or pardon me, or something like that. And as soon as he got off the bus, he tried to actually provoke me into fighting him. And I just kind of looked at him and I said to myself, nah, it's not going to happen. You could tell the guy was an alcoholic because I've worked with alcoholics in the past, and I know an alcoholic when I see one. You can tell the guy was a real alcoholic and that he drank a lot and he abused it just by his behavior. So, I have enough experience to know an alcoholic when I see one because I worked about a year and a half with them many years ago. But, that's another story. So, I avoided that, but the guy managed to seem to find it necessary to call me a name that had nothing to do with me. But apparently, I guess he thought he was going to provoke me into a fight. I'm pretty sure that's what he was trying to accomplish. And I just sort of looked at him and just walked around him and went on my way because, it's just not worth it. If they provoke you and you let them provoke you, then, you only got yourself to blame for whatever happens next, So it's like, I don't want that to happen, so, that's not going to happen. And it's just too bad there wasn't, I think he probably shouldn't have been allowed on the bus because I'm pretty sure he was, before we got on the bus, I'm pretty sure he was acting rather belligerent and inappropriately at the bus station. And so the fact that he was able to get on the bus and then, get off the bus. It's like, how did he get on the bus? Like, somebody must have been turning a blind eye. So it's just, one of those things that makes you wonder why. It's like, I get to the one bus station, or I leave one bus station to go to the other bus station. You're not supposed to smoke on the busing, on the platform, the property of the bus terminal. But people are smoking, at the one bus terminal, and you get to the other bus terminal, and you're trying to go home, and people are smoking, where they're not supposed to smoke. So it's like, rules are, people's attitude is that rules are made to be broken. It's like, yeah, right. Rules are there to protect you, to keep you safe. So, it's like, and to keep people in general safe. If you cross on a red light, your chances of getting run over are a lot greater than on a green light. So, it's like, wake up and smell the coffee. So that was pretty much the strangest thing that happened to me yesterday. Other than that, it was a pretty good day. So it looks like the sun is beginning to come up. We've got to get our butts in gear here because we got places to go, people to see, and things to do. Yeah, it's enough to make a grown man cry. It really is. I guess, what do you expect, As a society, we're pretty much polluting our environment. Hey, why not pollute yourself as well? What do you got to lose? I haven't had a drink since Christmas of not 1995, but 2005. For some reason, I keep on wanting to take it back 10 years. I don't know why. I guess maybe I want to think to myself, wow, I haven't had a drink in 10 years. I haven't had a drink in 6 years. And even then, I think I might have had 2 or 3 beer at the most. So I'm not an alcoholic. If you have 1 or 2 beer, that's all right. You're not an alcoholic, according to what they say. But any more than that, then you're an alcoholic, buddy. I hate talking about this kind of stuff because it's so, alcoholism is considered a disease, and so, people maybe not necessarily like mental illness, they're not necessarily responsible for their behavior, which is kind of stupid because, you can get help, like you can get help for anything in life if you want it and if you look for it. So there's no real excuse for your behavior, if there is and there isn't, There's a gray area that I get sick of. I just like to keep things black and white, nice and simple, yes, no, maybe. Forget about it, just black and white, please. Good guys and bad guys. None of this gray stuff. It just makes me confused. Gotta keep it simple, right? Well, given that it's Father's Day, I guess it's okay to be a little crazy today. Because you're a father and you got kids. And if they didn't make you crazy, then you're doing something wrong. So, on that note, I guess we'll call it a day. Alright, this has been the Father's Day edition here at Daryll Cafe. I'm your host, Daryll, and that's all for today. Because I can't take any more. Those kids are driving me crazy. Alright, we'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.